to make these really cute macrame air plant pods that are magnetic, so you can stick them onto your fridge, any magnetic plant shelf, and they are so easy and cute. You can play around with your colors. So let's begin. Today I'm going to be using this macrame foam board to help create the pattern. If you don't have one, that is okay. These do just make it easier to tie your knots. To begin, grab your 50mm wooden ring, and you're going to grab 18 of your cords that are cut at 24 inches. You should have a total of 19, but your last cord is going to be for the gathering knot to secure it. So using your 18 cords, you're going to fold them evenly in half and attach it to your wooden ring, tying a lark's head knot. So you're going to put your cord through the loop, grab those cords through that loop right there, and pull tight. You will repeat that same process with all 18 of your cords, making sure that they are even at the end. So go ahead and put your cord through the loop and grab and pull. Once you have all 18 on, we will be back. And 18, so this is what it will look like after you have all 18 cords on there. You do want to go ahead and make sure that all your knots are tightly secured to your ring. Once you have them all on there tight, I like to lay my piece down on my board. If you don't have a foam board and you have a cork board, that would work perfectly fine as well. Once you have them all laid out, I'm going to take a couple push pins and just secure the cord to the board. Now to begin, we're going to tie 9 square knots all the way around. So you're going to take your first 4 cords, 2 from each. You're going to make a square knot. So I'm going to take the right cord and bring it over the 2 centers. The left one's going to go over the top. You're going to take that left cord and go around the center and through that loop on the right. And using your outside cords, pull to tighten your knot against your ring. You want it tight. To finish that square knot, you're going to work the other side. The left cord is going to go over your 2 centers. Your right is going to go over the top of your left, around your center, through that loop, and again, pull your outside cords to tighten your knot. And that is what your square knot will look like. Now move on to the next 4 cords. This is where I like to have the board because I can just use the board to rotate while I work. So taking the next 4 cords, you're going to repeat the process. You're going to tie another square knot. And you will always use the following 4 cords to the right or left to tie your knots. So there's another square knot. And then again, move on to the next 4 cords. So repeat this until you have 9 square knots all the way around your ring. And here's what it should look like after you have your first round of 9 square knots. Next, we're going to take 2 cords from one knot and 2 cords from the other. So you'll grab a center and an outer, and then the one right next to it, you're going to take that outer and that center. So your 2 outer cords are now going to be your filler center cords, and your previous center ones are now your outer working. And you're going to just tie an alternating square knot to connect these 2. So same thing before. Now you'll just take your cord, go over the center. That left one is going to go over, around, and through, and pull to tighten it. This will join these 2, and that's your alternating square knot. Finish it off by bringing your left over your center. Your right's going to go over the top, around the center, through that loop, and pull. And there's 1. And you will do this all the way around for a total of 9. So you'll move on to the following 2 cords, and then grab the next 2 and make a square knot. So again, repeat this whole process all the way around, making sure your knots are right up against your previous two for a total of 9. And this is what it will look like after you have completed your second round of alternating square knots for a total of 9. We will do this one more time. For the third row, you will make another alternating square knot, taking 2 cords from one and 2 cords from the other, and continue tying square knots all the way around for a total of 9 in your last and third row. And here's what it will look like once you have completed your third and final row. So if you're using a board, go ahead and take your pins out and remove it. So here's what it looks like, and you're going to fold this downwards, just like this. You want your lark's head knot to be underneath your cord or your ring, just like that. So from the top, it will look like that. From the side, it will look like this. This is where you're going to take your last cord that is at 24 inches, and you're going to tie a gathering knot to secure this. So go ahead and get an even hold, and to tie your gathering knot, you're going to just place one end up at the top, make a loop. So it will look like that, just like that. And then with your tail end of your gathering, you're going to wrap it securely around. So I do 6 wraps. And then once it's wrapped, take that ending tail through the loop. And then you're going to pull the top and the bottom tight to secure your knot. Go ahead and take your scissors and trim the tail. Oh, magnet is magneting. Just like that. And then this is where I like to push this out, and then I'm going to lightly pull on all of the bottom fringe, just like that. You see how it tightens. So just enough to where your cord will no longer pull to tighten. You don't want to force it. Just give it a little tug to see if they need tighten. And I do this with every single cord on the bottom. Once you have tightened everything, go ahead and just put your finger in and just kind of push the bottoms out so that way it's even. And now you're going to trim. I leave about 1.5 inches left, so it actually works perfectly. It lines up on my board. So the ending lines up about right there. So I just measure about 1.5 inches down. So it's just shy of that 0. So I'll just do just shy of the marking. And there it is. Your pod is complete. Now you're going to grab your magnet and whatever glue you're using. I like this Max Bond Crazy Glue. This is a very strong adhesive. I've had no problems with any of my other pods, and I just glue one side and I put it right on. So you're going to go ahead I just drizzle some glue on. And I put it just at the base of that ring and hold tightly to secure. Go all the way around, make sure all your cord is touching. If I notice that part of the magnet is up right there, I just put the glue on in, give it a squeeze, and then push that cord to it. And there you go. And here is your macrame air plant pod. It is about an inch in diameter for your air plant, so go ahead and grab one. You can just stick it right on in. And now you can go ahead and put this on your refrigerator or any metal surface that you would like to display. And you have a cute little air plant holder. I hope you loved this tutorial. Thank you for watching and have fun playing around with several different colors. Thank you.